Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Tea Time SEO. So if you haven't seen any of these before, what we try and do is impart some SEO wisdom or practical advice in the time it takes to brew a cup of tea. So let's get started. In this one, we're talking about some really exciting news that Google announced today. In a major shift, Google Shopping is now opening free product listings. So if you've ever seen or done a search for something and done shop and a series of paid product listing comes up at the top, guess what? Amidst all of the coronavirus stuff that's going on, Google is now competing against Amazon in the product search sector. And they're making this as a significant step to open this Google search results to unpaid organic listings. So this will primarily consist now of free product listings starting as soon as next week in the US. Whoa, this just bombed straight down the barrel, hit us. So this again coming during the middle of this whole coronavirus thing is so interesting because so many brick and mortar retailers have had to close their doors. And those e-commerce strategies have suddenly taken on a heightened importance and urgency for merchants. So this crisis was the impetus of advancing their plans to make Google Shopping free for merchants, is what Google's president of commerce said. But this change is going to be permanent and fits into their long-term vision. Realistically, coming back to that Amazon idea, we know why they're doing it. But for retailers, this opens up the floodgates of possibilities of free exposure, not just in Google search, but now dominating an entirely new sector of Google Shopping. So this is something that Google kind of announced in 2012 around their Google product search. They called it Froogle, which is just a genius of a name, but it shifted purely to a paid product in 2012, right? And two things have majorly changed in that time. Other than Amazon, which is number one, the data quality. Now, before being paid, Google's product search suffered in a massive sense from a quality program, right? Quality problem, sorry. So they often led to out of stock or entirely different items altogether. So ensuring that information in that product feed was just almost impossible for them. And then obviously mentioning the Amazon thing, they've just seen them leap in bounds in terms of capturing that market that Google previously had. People are going straight to Amazon to search for products, which, you know, while in the low percentages right now, Google wants to stop and eliminate before that becomes a problem. So that's really interesting for us as consumers and for e-commerce marketers and SEO, and a whole new thing for us to tackle. So what the hell do you need to do? Well, there's three main components to how this program will work. There's the distribution of ad and free listings, which is now that paid ads will appear at the top and bottom of the page in the Google Shopping ad, just as they do in the main search results tab. There may be future experiments in the future, but that's something to keep in mind. The main Google search page is not changing, and the carousels of product listing ads or PLAs will continue to consist of ads only. Unfortunately, this is really only rolling out in the US to start with, but Google have said by the end of the year, they want this to be completely rolled out across every country. Now, the other thing that you've really got to keep in mind here is this is product feed powered. So this isn't just something that's going to naturally happen. Just like the ads, the free listings will be powered by product data feeds uploaded to the Google Merchant Center. So they opened this up a little over a year ago to start enabling organic product visibility in some areas, including image search, but now this is what's going to come under popular products. So you've got to make sure that this is uploaded in that feed. So you'll have to open a Merchant Center account and upload that feed, of course. And you've got to opt in to go across all surfaces of Google to be eligible for that organic visibility. The last thing to mention here is Google have announced their new PayPal integration. So they announced a new partnership with PayPal on Tuesday, which means that merchants using PayPal will be able to link those accounts to Google Merchant Center, allowing Google to just pull in that data and verify trusted merchants faster. They've also started partnering with Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce to make this easier. So again, don't get too excited. This is happening in the US before the end of April, but expand it out globally before the end of the year. So what can you do out of this? Start learning about Google Merchant Feed. So we're going to release a whole blog post very shortly. We're working on it now, covering off every aspect of this, so you can dive in and explore further if this is regarding your business. Otherwise, my tea's just about done, so I'm going to go down and drill through this while I get so excited for this news. But I can't wait to see what you guys think and if this is a positive move from Google or if it's too little too late. Let me know what you think. Call me Hugh Call me Hugh Dent. Is that an actor? To call that program Froogle.